some chances.
Make sure to use code LONG for 10% discount off all Control Freak products, links in the description below. Hey, what is going on guys? My name's Long Sensation and today what I got for you guys is the top 5 weapons within Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now, first of all, before I get into today's video, I do want to say that all of the gameplay and my opinions in this video are based off the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 beta, and all of these are subject to change. In fact, when the game is officially released, when all of the weapons have been appropriately balanced, I will then have an update video for you guys, giving you my opinion on what I think is, once again, the top 5 weapons within Black Ops 3. However, I do think that a lot of these are going to stay the same in a top tier category of the best weapons within the game, because that's how it is every single year. There is always a few different weapons that stick out from the rest, and I honestly believe that these weapons will be top tier weapons for the duration of Black Ops 3. But anyway guys, let's just get into it. This list was very difficult to put together, and you guys are going to understand why in just a second. But what I want you to do in the comment section below is I want you to list your top 5 weapons down in the comment section below as well, from the best to the least best being number 5. So please do that in the comment section below. But anyway guys, without further ado, let's jump in to the top 5 weapons in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So first of all, for an honorary mention, this weapon did not make it into my top 5 list. However, it is a very strong weapon, and that is going to be the ARC-7. Now, the reason why this weapon didn't make it into my list is because originally I thought this was a very strong and versatile weapon. However, once playing and going up against some other weapons, especially in the assault rifle category, I honestly thought that the ARC-7's high fire rate just didn't match up to the slower fire rate weapons at longer ranges, especially within the assault rifle category. So the ARC-7 is a weapon to remember, it is a weapon to choose, especially when you're playing first of all on the game, because it is a weapon that you do unlock straight away. It is a very strong assault rifle. However, it didn't make it into my top 5 list. Now, moving in at number 5, the first weapon to make it into my top 5 weapons in Black Ops 3 is going to be the Kuda SMG. Now, this is probably an opinion that quite a lot of people might not agree with. In my opinion, it just matched the MP5K. It gave me that massive nostalgia feeling. And honestly, if you know how to use SMGs well within Black Ops 3, this weapon is very effective, especially with the long barrel attachment. It just works well, and honestly guys, if you try it out, you'll find that you'll be able to pull off nice little streaks with this weapon. And in fact, combined with the Razorback SMG, I managed to pull off a nuclear within the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 beta with the Kuda. So moving on in at number 4. Now, this is a weapon that's going to be highly controversial in my opinion, especially within the competitive scene, and that's going to be the Shieva assault rifle. Now, of course, this is semi-automatic. In my opinion, it definitely matches the FAL from Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and in fact, the FAL from Black Ops 2 was that overpowered that it was actually banned within competitive Call of Duty. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be the case with the Shieva assault rifle, but especially with rapid fire, this weapon can definitely outmatch the FAL, and in my opinion, it's going to be one of those competitive weapons that a lot of people within the competitive scene are definitely going to be using, especially if you've got very good accuracy, which of course competitive players do have. You're definitely going to melt people in 2 bullets at pretty much any range, especially if you're using the high caliber attachment. You'll even be able to pull off 1 bullet headshots, meaning that you'll be able to kill people pretty much instantly, especially if you have a very good aim. Now, moving in at number 3, now this is where it does get a lot more interesting in terms of my countdown and what I think is the best and the worst in terms of ranking for the top 5 weapons. So in at number 3, I'm gonna go for the Razorback. Now, This is probably a little bit controversial as well, but in my opinion, it is a very strong submachine gun. It does lack at closer ranges because it does have a slower fire rate compared to a lot of other SMGs. However, at those medium to long ranges, you'll find that the Razorback is a very strong and versatile weapon. In fact, it can even outmatch some assault rifles such as the HVK-30. So this is a weapon that you definitely want to unlock very early on as well, in my opinion. The iron sights are actually really good. A lot of people think that you need a red dot sight on this SMG. However, in my opinion, you don't really need it. Save that extra point and put it towards an extra attachment or something like that, and you'll find that this weapon is very effective, especially for going on those high gun streaks. Now, moving in at number 2, now I wasn't really sure where to place this in the countdown, especially between the number 1 spot, and this weapon in at number 2 is going to be the M8A7. Now, the reason why it's in my number 2 list instead of number 1 is because personally, I don't really like burst fire weapons. I prefer the fully automatic weapons, those weapons that have very low recoil and high damage, which is in at my number 1 spots, which I'll get into in just a second. But the M8A7 is definitely on par with it, and I honestly think that this needs a massive nerf in the game. I think that the developers are trying to compare it to the M8A1 from Call of Duty Black Ops 2 to make it very strong and very versatile in terms of competitive, but I honestly think that it does need a massive nerf, especially with rapid fire. You can one-burst people across the map very instantly, and it just doesn't make it fun to go against. Of course, it is very competitive or very easy to take out an M8A7 user at closer ranges because this is a burst fire weapon. But honestly, I just think it needs a nerf, but it is very strong, and I definitely encourage you guys to use it. Now, in at the number 1 spot, this is my favourite weapon throughout any Call of Duty title. In my opinion, it's on par with the ACR from Modern Warfare 3, and that is going to be the Man o' War. Now, a lot of people might be thinking it's not that strong, it's not that versatile in terms of, you know, the damage and stuff like that. However, if you choose the right attachments, such as rapid fire, high caliber, and grip, you'll find that this weapon is very strong indeed. In fact, just like the Shiva, you can actually take people out in 2 bullets if you get one of those bullets as a headshot. Now, as you can see in the gameplay in the background, I did get quite a lot of nuclears with this in the beta. In fact, in the last few hours, I solely used the Man o' War, and I managed to pull off 6 nuclears with this weapon, in which you'll see in the gameplay in the background, and you just can see how fast it melts people. I think that this is going to be a weapon for competitive as well, for those users that enjoy using fully automatic weapons such as myself, and I honestly think that it's definitely on par with the AN-94, for example, from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. A very strong weapon, and I definitely encourage you guys to use it. It is a weapon that you unlock very early on as well. And honestly, it's just one of those weapons that I fell in love with, and honestly, I'm trying to wean myself off this weapon, because if I don't, I'll find it incredibly difficult to use any other weapon within the game. If you're not aware, when the game is released, when Black Ops 3 is released, or when any other Call of Duty title is released, I always go for those gold guns, diamond guns, royalty guns straight away, and I think that if I don't get off the Man o' War soon, I'm going to be very stuck indeed and find it incredibly difficult to go for those camos. So that is my top 5 weapons within Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Once again, I want you guys to leave down in the comment section below what you think is the top 5 weapons within Black Ops 3. You can include shotguns, sniper rifles, LMGs. The Dingo LMG is actually very strong as well. I encourage you guys to use that as well. But please do leave that in the comment section below. I'll be really intrigued to know your opinions. And of course, if you did like this video, please be sure to leave a like. Let's try and go for 500 likes on this video. I've not had 500 likes on a video in quite a while, and I never really asked for them, so let's try and hit that. And also, please leave in the comment section below the secret word, which is going to be reject. This tells me that you made it to the end of the video, and I definitely appreciate your support recently, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. I've been Long Sensation, and I'll see you guys in the next video.